Hello everyone and welcome back to Nerd Doc. Morbius has been delayed over and over again, but it's finally here. This video will cover both of the Morbius post-credit scenes, which means there will be spoilers for Morbius. We will only be covering the post-credit scenes in this video, so if you're looking for information on the plot or ending, you can find that video linked in the description below. Unfortunately, we can't show you actual footage of the post-credit scenes because Sony wouldn't like that. But there are chapter timestamps so you can jump around if you'd like, and if you have any questions about the two credit scenes or the movie in general, leave a comment and we'll try to answer them as best we can. First off, both of the scenes are technically mid-credit scenes. There's nothing at the very end of the film after the credits come to an end. The first credit scene shows a multiversal portal in the sky above Manhattan. This is nearly identical to the cracked portals that appeared above the Statue of Liberty at the end of Spider-Man No Way Home. The scene shifts to the inside of a jail cell where we see Michael Keaton's Adrian Toomes materialize. He's disoriented for a moment, then says, "Hope the food's better in this joint." Then it cuts to a news broadcast about Toomes suddenly appearing in an empty jail cell and that a hearing will be convened that will likely result in his immediate release. We see him being escorted into a police vehicle as the scene comes to an end. While it's certainly implied that this is the Adrian Toomes from Spider-Man Homecoming, it could very easily be a variant from some other universe. Just like Toby and Andrew being shifted into Tom's universe, this could have just as easily been the Adrian Toomes from, say, Andrew's universe. We don't know for sure, but the implication is definitely that it's the same Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming. The second credit scene starts with Morbius driving a Porsche Panamera into what looks like the middle of nowhere. He gets out of the car and we see something moving toward him from a distance. As the object gets closer, we can see that it's Adrian Toomes, but this time he's created a new version of his Vulture suit. Adrian thanks Morbius for meeting him, then says in a somewhat sinister manner that a bunch of guys like us should team up and do some good. Morbius agrees, and the credits roll. This is a clear nod to the Sinister Six. While almost all of the Spider-Man references from the trailers were removed from the final cut of the film, including the interaction between Adrian Toomes and Morbius, the film does mention Venom and an incident in San Francisco. Therefore, we can assume that Tom Hardy's Venom is in this universe, and the director of the movie confirmed as much a few days ago. There have been a number of different Sinister Six teams in the comics, but having Vulture, Venom, Morbius, and say, Kraven the Hunter starting things off makes a lot of sense. Also, if Vulture came over from another universe, it's not out of the question to think Lizard, Electro, Green Goblin, or even Doc Ock also came over. There are lots of villains that already exist in Sony's various Spider-Man films that can easily make up the last two spots of the Sinister Six for a future film. The only real question here is what would cause them all to be bad. For the most part, Venom and Morbius were both good guys in their respective films. It also seems as though Sony is setting up Kraven the Hunter to be the protagonist of his film instead of the antagonist he would normally be. Something would have to happen to turn them all evil and potentially hate Spider-Man. Alternatively, they could also all be good guys fighting off some larger evil force. That would even allow them to bring in Spider-Man as one of the last few members of the Sinister Six. Although it's a little weird calling a team of good guys Sinister Six, but I'm sure Sony could make it work. The director of Morbius did mention that there is a Spider-Man in this universe, but he did not clarify which Spider-Man it is. Our best guess would be Andrew Garfield, but even Sony may not know for sure just yet. Rumors have circulated that Garfield is close to returning as Peter Parker, but until Sony makes it official, we have no way of knowing for sure. For now, that wraps up this video. Once again, if you have any questions on the credit scenes or the movie in general, leave a comment below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who loves Morbius and the Sinister Six.